Can you hear that? I told my husband I was going to come in and record, and he's singing Disney songs out there. It's adorable. Hello, welcome to Morning Momosa, where we pour into ourselves as moms. I'm Carolyn. I'm here to pretty much say you're going to be the best mom. You're going to be a confident mom. I'm here to help that, okay? Mom guilt, who needs that? Not me. If this channel sounds like the kind of vibe that you're looking for, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I've been thinking to myself, I should go ask my husband, how many subscribers do I need in order for us to have a second child? All right. One day I'll have a heart-to-heart with you about that, as far as like what are our reservations about having a second child. But in today's episode, I actually am opening up about my journey with my first and only child, my baby girl, and currently she's around 6 months now. Now, a lot of this was recorded and it was on a different channel, but on there I talk about musicals, so I think it actually makes more sense to have it come over here. And also, this episode's great because there's a lot of Q&A that I do that answers a lot of questions as far as my journey. So without further ado, let's go visit my past pregnant self.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cough like that. I've been gone for a while, but I've been gone because of good news. I was in London, and that's where my husband and I were able to share with our friends and family that we're pregnant. And today I am 20 weeks pregnant, right? Did I say that right? Ugh. I know there's probably questions to answer, so I have a list of questions to get through as far as how this pregnancy is going. How did you find out you were pregnant, and what was your reaction? I did not record it. I am not good at the influencing that people do where they actually record their reaction. I found out, I believe it was June 3rd, and it was almost like might have been 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I just knew I needed to use the restroom, and I was around a week late. Now, keep in mind, there's been times where I was late and then the Red Queen would come in. For the first time, I was not, like, my hopes were not up. I wasn't really getting any symptoms. I just was kind of like, oh, okay. But the agreement that my husband and I had was that I can take a test after a week. So I woke up because I was like, man, I really need to go. And they say the first catch of the day is the best catch. So in my head, I was like, oh, I better test now. Pretty much, I just remember tapping it in, putting down, like, it's like one of those cheap pregnancy tests, and I put it down and I went to wipe and I turn around and boom, there it was, the 2 lines, like very distinct, very like, there it is. Now I've never seen it before, so I just looked at it and went, no. So then I went and started shaking and got a second one to test, and then I just stared at it like a crazy person, like looking at it as, you know, here comes the line, and then boom, there it was. It was 2 lines, and I just remember being like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Overall, I was just so excited, just happy. Was this pregnancy planned or was it a surprise? Okay, so with this question, I do want to be delicate with it because hopefully you'll understand, especially if you are someone that is trying and you're having a hard time. So as far as, was this pregnancy planned? Yes. But this plan was going on for almost over 2 years. In the beginning, you know, you're like, oh, well, you know, it's part of the process, whatever. You hit the 6-month mark and you're like, okay, what's going on here? And the doctors are like, well, give it a year. But during that time, including when you hit the year mark and stuff, you're going through these tests. And the tests are like, you're good, you're golden, great. And so is your husband. And it's like, okay, so if we're good, where is this child? Like, you get to a point where you're like, I want to know what's wrong because I want to fix it. For each month, I felt like I was grieving because, I mean, to add insult to injury is the Red Queen comes in, right? So not only are you being kind of shown that not this month, you're going, that this child is on its way, you're being reminded for 5 to 7 days. You can actually see a glimpse of me grieving if you watch the Shoshana Bean waitress reaction video I have. Because during that time, I thought I was pregnant, and then the Red Queen came in. And then I went to react to this performance without actually knowing the show. And so when it happened, I kind of just allowed myself to, I don't know, let it out during that video. And so for those that are trying, just know, like, you are meant to be a mom. I was like, it may not be the time frame or how I think it's going to happen. So I just need to let that go. And also, how annoying is it? Like, that's the thing everyone says. They're like, once you let it go, it'll happen. And it sucks because it's true. Her name is Janessa, and Janessa has this YouTube channel, fertility goddess. And her messages through that actually really helped me keep going at times. I'll link her channel just in case, I don't know. But there was something she said in a call with other ladies there going through, something. So it was nice, a little support system right there. Janessa shared something where she said, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, it's been this long, we've been trying for this long, make a decision to start over. Like, instead of it being day whatever, it's day one. You are deciding to let go of whatever journey that you've been on, and you're starting new today. And I heard that and I went, oh, okay. So then I was just like, you know what? I'm in a better place. I feel healthy. I feel good about myself. And so today is day one of my husband and I, trying for a baby. And within 2 months, surprise. So yes, it was planned, but for some reason it still felt like a surprise when seeing that stick. How have you been feeling so far? Any cravings or aversions? Let me tell you, I've been feeling good. I definitely will feel tired at times. In the first trimester, I had food aversions. I didn't throw up, which I was like, oh, thank goodness. I still haven't thrown up. So to me, I feel very lucky. But yeah, I would just have, for me, it felt like an identity crisis, because there would be things I love, like noodles and butter and Parmesan. And all of a sudden I was like, I don't even want to look at noodles. I used to make like ground turkey and put in salads, and I was like, I don't even want to look at ground turkey. And then there would be times where I was like, I don't want to eat anything. So I'd only eat carrots for the day. And my husband was like, this baby's going to come out like so orange and have great eyesight. As far as cravings, like, I remember when I finally was getting into I want this. The first one was cottage cheese. And then I was like, I want this. And my husband's like, okay, yeah, let's get a recipe and we can make it. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, yeah, just pull up a recipe. That's like asking me to make butter. And like, what do you mean to go make cheese? Like, I know. It's like, so what? You're going to eat the cottage cheese? Like, what are you going to eat with? A spoon. Like, what do you mean? Another thing was split pea soup. And I made my own batch and everything. Sour cream and onion chips was another. Tikka masala, ooh, yes. So those were the kind of dishes. Oh, carbonara, when I started finally eating like spaghetti again. Those things, my husband noticed that I was gravitating towards creamier dishes. Do you know the gender yet, or will you be keeping it a surprise? So the gender is not a secret. I wonder if I actually slipped already and said. So after you heard my cravings and everything like that, I did the old wife's tale with my friend, and I was like, everything is pointing boy, everything. And I was convinced. I was like, it is a boy. My husband's like, it's a boy. It feels like everyone is having a boy. So of course, and we go in and the doctor's like, would you like to know the gender? It's a girl. And I was like, wait. So first I was in a state of shock because I was just so like, man, what boy name am I gonna choose and yada yada. But I had the girl name. It was already done. I just felt this sense of, man, it has to take a real person to raise a daughter. And I think it's just one of the most courageous things to do. And I was like, I don't think I'm that courageous. I don't think I can have a daughter. And then I guess I just didn't think that I would actually have the privilege of having a daughter. I don't know. That's just how my brain was working at the time. And so when the doctor said it's a girl, I remember everything else that was being said in that appointment was like, wah, 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 wah. My husband goes, oh, we already have a name for her. And right when he said it, I just felt myself being like, oh my gosh, oh, I forgot about her. I felt like if we were told it was a boy, I would have been like, yeah, I felt that. Yeah, I did. But then to have this sense of a lovely surprise of like, she's keeping me on my toes already. I'm so happy. I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh, perfect. Have you chosen a name yet, or are you waiting to decide? The only thing I'm willing to share is that it starts with O. And that's it. And you guys can call her Lady O, or I'll do my best to say Lady O instead of her name. But I'm not against sharing the name, but I go back and forth with it because I don't know, there are things where I'm like, I feel like that's her decision. Like if she wants to be known, versus me pushing it on her. Just like you guys don't know my husband's name, because to you, he's the professor. So that's where I'm at right now. Do you plan to share updates throughout your pregnancy journey on the channel? So I have good news about that. I think ever so often I might do a bump date.
Editing Carolyn here. I sure didn't.
Are you planning a themed nursery or something more minimalistic? It will be minimalistic. I've been reading up on Montessori, and I really love the idea of helping my child be more independent in things. And so there is a way that the Montessori nursery is. But there's also factors in my life. Like there was something my husband shared with me that I was like, are we even going to be here? Are we going to be moving? So it makes me, pause as far as what to do with the baby's room.
Let me tell you, I am so glad I paused and I didn't think much about it because we did end up moving. I am currently out here in Delaware. By the way, there will be future episodes of my past. So it will come up as far as me talking about possibly moving and then moving. I will say as far as the nursery, yes. Can I call it a nursery? I don't want to. I'm going to call it her room. It's just her room. I got the theme. The theme is Wicked. I am so excited. Her godmother will be coming out. Yes, I will record the process and see how that goes, but that is the plan. I don't want to share anything else because I'm in the, design process of it, okay?
What's been the exciting part of this journey so far? I love when they do the scans and I get to see her. I love the fact that I talk to her sometimes, and I'm noticing I'm singing more, which usually I don't, but I don't know, I'm just so, I could cry about it. This journey, I just noticed like I'm just so happy. Like, what an honor that I get to be her mom and I get to see how this person grows. Like, I have no idea what she'll be like. Like, she might be totally into musicals with me and like will love Disney with me, or she might be into science and creating just like her father, or who knows, she'll have her own path. And I'm excited to see, but I'm just so excited to see how this person grows. Have you experienced any unexpected symptoms or surprises during the pregnancy? The only thing I can think of is the food aversions, and then how weird the food aversions would be. So for example, there was a point where I was like, I don't want to eat salad out of a bag, but I'll eat salad out of those plastic bowls. Now I'm able to eat salad out of the bag. Another one was, I just remember being like, ice cream, gross, but I would love a milkshake. Like things like that. Now I'm able to, ice cream is still a little like, to me, but for some reason now I'm like, chocolate chip ice cream. Like I used to wake up every morning and have a cup of coffee. And then I just remember like my husband made me coffee and I went, I don't want coffee anymore. Like, I don't want it. Again, I really thought I was going to be the type of pregnancy where I was like, ooh, let's eat this. Let's have this. Let's go. Previous me, non-pregnant me would be like, yes, let's go. And now all of a sudden I'm like, I'm not really feeling that right now. And so it's throwing me off. Like, who am I anymore?
I just want to jump in and say there was something that happened later in the pregnancy, and it was that I started getting Charlie horses while I was sleeping. But it was an interesting sensation because I was sleeping, so I always thought that it wasn't truly happening until I was talking to my OBGYN and she asked me, do you get any Charlie horses while you're sleeping? I didn't even know that was a thing. So that also was something that I didn't even know. It was a shock.
What are you most looking forward to in this chapter of your life?
I feel like I can answer that now. I love that I'm a mom. I really am enjoying it. I'm going through my domestic goddess era. So I do plan on showing, I was making zoodles and I was cleaning my spiralizer and that's how I got it cut there. But I really am enjoying being a domestic goddess and I want to continue that, and I want to empower other women and moms to be able to have the confidence in what they're doing and then follow through. So I'm definitely excited about that journey, being the wife that I am, the mom that I am, the woman that I am, okay? And then to be the example for other moms out there. So that's what I'm really excited about. That's it for today's episode. I'd love to know, do you have any cravings, or did you have cravings with your kids? I always think that's so interesting. I really had an identity crisis. Like when I didn't like pasta, I just remember thinking, who am I anymore? I love pasta. But yes, so there will be more episodes of me on my pregnancy journey. Also, it's a lot because I end up moving while I'm pregnant. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for my girl's room, the Wicked makeover. I'm so excited for that. That's happening out in October when that process happens. And again, if you are really enjoying these kind of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care of yourself, okay? And I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode.